Hey, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am so happy today because I'm with Nick.
Yeah, so happy
Yay!
to be here. I love our time together.
Me too, me too. And it's been way too long
It's been way too long.
because neither of us get back to Fresno too too often anymore.
Exactly. Our paths are constantly just crossing.
Yes, yes. But it
And
is so
you're
awesome.
always busy in your tasting room.
I know. And you're just always, always busy.
I know. It's
You're a
hard
busy
being
bee.
popular
Yes, you are.
and in
I see
demand.
your Instagram. I see you clinking. I see you clinking all over the place. You're
Right?
having a pretty good nightlife there.
I try. I try.
But I am always so happy. I can never be in a bad mood when I am with you. So
We always had the best time.
you do. And for this episode, we are returning to the wine dating game.
My favorite game of all time.
So, since October is Merlot me month, we thought that we would do dating game for Merlot. So,
I
if
love it.
people, right, it can't go bad.
Merlot month is one of my favorite months. I mean,
It's
people say F Merlot. I'm trying to keep it clean, but people should start saying, wow, that F and Merlot is amazing.
yes, yes. So, I interviewed Nick Goldschmidt the other day,
Right?
and he said, and I named it the title of his podcast. We named it, or he said, yeah, Merlot, give it a go.
I
I'm
love
like,
that.
that's a great slogan.
I think when more people try Merlot, they fall in love. Immediately, there's something about the word that just kind of makes people recoil, and it's a shame.
It
But I
is.
think we're seeing in the market, it's kind of coming back, especially like high end Merlots.
Yes, I agree. We are getting some people coming in and saying, do you have a Merlot? Or
Mm-hmm.
we have a wine that has Merlot in it. And when I tell them when I tell them what's in it, they're like, "Ooh, Merlot." So
Right.
I think it's starting to make a turn. And I it's kind of sad, that there were so many Merlot vines that were ripped up for something
I
else.
know.
But on the other side of it, I think a lot of Merlot vines were planted in areas that Merlot should not have been planted in.
Of course. There
And
was a lot of bad Merlot being produced back in the
right,
90s.
yes. And it really wasn't just bad Merlot. There's areas that make bad Chardonnay. There's areas that try to
Sure.
make everything that they shouldn't be making, right? So it
100%.
it kind of all goes down to the science,
Know
understanding
your
what the
terroir.
soil is and know the terroir. Absolutely. Absolutely. So for
Which is
those
one reason
people,
I love.
go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
No,
Oh,
you
I was
go
going to say
ahead.
this is one reason why I love your educational series, because it really brings people into, you know, things that they might not know about wine, especially about terroir and what makes certain areas special, and ABAs, and yeah. So
Yeah.
if you're not listening to her podcast or watching her videos, I suggest you do.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. I love you right back. Okay. So if somebody did not, I don't even know the last time we did the wine dating game. It's over a year ago at least.
It's been going on. I was living in another apartment, so it's been at least a year, if not a little over a year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Too long, too long.
One of my,
But
like I said, favorite game.
it is a blast. So for those of you who might have missed the last wine dating game, uh, go back and find it. I don't know what the number is. I don't know. These podcasters who I guess come a lot more prepared than I do, and they're always like, "Oh, well, go back to episode blah blah blah, and you'll hear blah." I'm like, I don't know. Go to my podcast, search
Right.
wine dating game, and it'll pop up. I don't know what episode it was.
Or just listen to all the podcasts.
There you go.
Start from
Start
the
from the
beginning.
beginning, put it on 1.5, and there you go.
Exactly. Don't sell yourself short.
Right. All right. So for those who did not listen or watch the first wine dating game, the way this works is I go to pretty much wine enthusiast and or wine spectator, and I pull out wine descriptions. So we know what the score. Well, I know what the score is. I know what the wine is. However, Nick has no idea. And he is just going to have to pick the wine he wants to spend the night with off of the descriptions. And we're going to
I'll start
see.
on this smash or pass.
Yeah. And we're going to see how he does. Okay. So
We
for
had some shockers last time.
we did. We did. Oh, you went home. You did go home with a clunker or two last.
I know. I was like, ooh, nope.
Oh, no. See, it goes to show what writing can do, right?
Exactly.
So, do you have wine in a glass?
I do, but first I have it in my Kansas City
Kansas City,
tumbler.
my
Um,
home.
but I am drinking the Stephanie 2016
Oh,
Merlot. So
oh,
it's from Heston Vineyards. It's owned by the Chain family who started Heston Cookware.
oh, okay.
So they have a 70-acre vineyard here in Napa Valley. They have a tasting room in Yountville. And, I saw this at a wine shop by my house, and 2016 was an amazing vintage here in Napa Valley. So that's what first caught my eye. And then it's 13.8, at least on the
Oh,
label. And
wow.
it's really, really hard to find a Merlot in Napa Valley or anyone in Napa Valley
Yeah.
below 14. So, I mean, it's really lovely, bright red fruit, touch of plum in there, touch of chocolate. It's a beautiful wine. It's very elegant, very
Very
silky,
nice.
perfect amount of age.
And what was the price point of that? Around?
What is it? 40?
Oh, okay. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Very
I
nice.
can't. I mean, I tried to buy the Petrus, but it was a little out of my price
Little
range.
out of the price range. Well,
Right.
next time you let me know and I'll go 50-50 with you. And
I was
then
gonna say if I start getting paid for my appearances, maybe I can afford
All
it.
right, we'll put that in a contract for the next time.
Right? My writer.
Yes. Yes. Well, as I said, I do not have a Merlot in my glass, not because I did not want a Merlot in my glass, but
Right.
more because I had one glass left of our 2021 Plummer Vineyard Reserve Cabernet Franc, our single clone 100% Cabernet Franc, and it literally was one glass left, and it
You need to
just
drink it.
I needed to drink it. I couldn't like leave it there, so it was calling
And if you're
drink me.
listening or watching and you have not had Dracaena wine, especially the Reserve Cabernet Franc, you are missing out. You are missing out. Go visit the tasting room in Paso Robles. See, I'm
Yeah,
giving you all the plugs,
you
right?
are,
That's what I do. I'm in
and
marketing.
I'm not even paying you.
I know. That's why I'm not drinking Petrus. But
Okay, are we ready for round one?
we are. Yes,
Okay.
bring on the wine.
All right. So round one is from Bordeaux.
Perfect.
All right, here we go. This wine is dense and structured. Against this, the black fruits and perfumed acidity give the wine plenty of promise.
Okay. Sounds young. Obviously nice chewy tannins, dense black fruit. Sounds like a typical, maybe right bank Porta, but
Okay.
young.
Yes, because I will even tell you the next thing. It says drink from 2026. Actually, all three of these say drink from
Okay,
2026.
sure.
Okay. Sorry, needed a drink. Okay.
Right. You were parched.
Wine number 2. The magnificent Merlot in the blend has pushed up the alcohol while also giving a velvet touch and power to the wine. It is in top form, producing this generously ripe black plum flavored wine, lifted by acidity while powering the wine's intensity.
Mm.
That's a lot of words.
It is a lot of words, and not all of it. So I love sometimes ripe fruit, but it sounds almost like basic Bordeaux is kind of what I was getting from that description.
All
I'm
right.
probably wrong. It's probably something amazing. Go ahead.
And wine number 3. The wine is rich, complete. Its impressive structure is cushioned by the velvet black fruits and acidity. The wine's construction is powerful, but never overpowering. Will age well.
Yeah, so that sounds very intriguing. It sounds like my style of wine, something that has enough fruit, enough tannin, enough acidity that it's going to age. So powerful, but not too powerful. And who doesn't want to age gracefully? So I would have to choose 3 and then 1 and then 2. But we'll go with date 3.
Date number 3. All right. So do you want to have this round? Do you want to have your date revealed last?
Yes, we'll go with my
Okay.
date last.
So you said 3 first and then 1 and then 2?
1, 2.
Okay. So number 2, the loser of the round, right? The magnificent Merlot is a blend, has pushed up the alcohol while also giving a velvet touch and power to the wine. This estate is now on top form, producing generously ripe plum flavored wine, lifted acidity while powering the wine's intensity. Chateau Troplong Mondor from Saint Emilion.
Oh, okay. Price point?
You want to know what the score was?
Yeah.
100
No way. Well, there you go.
for $99.
No way. 100-point wine for $99.
Yeah. I'm thinking we need to check this
Okay.
baby out.
Yeah, I think we might just have to. I mean, again, based on the writer, and maybe that day they just were shitty with their words.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I have not heard of them. Do you know this chateau? Yeah.
Nope.
I don't know, but it is from my beloved Saint Emilion, and that is my happy place in Bordeaux. So
There you go. We should definitely check it out.
yes. All right. Date number that didn't win. So number 1, this wine is dense and structured. Against this, the black fruits and perfumed acidity give the wine plenty of promise. Chateau Tour de Pez. Cru Bou. And I'm going to say it wrong. Bourget?
Okay.
Bourget? Bourget?
Sure.
Bourget. in Saint Estèphe. 93 points.
Okay.
$34. So might
That's
be
that's extremely affordable for 93-point wine.
Yeah,
and
right?
It sounded delicious. I mean, it was my second pick, although we saw what happened with my first one. So I'm sure I'm edging towards the 87 or 88. Go ahead.
So I will say that there were not a lot of selections in that category. So you, Nick, are going home tonight with Chateau Léoville Barton
Oh,
Saint
perfect.
Julien. Ding, ding,
One of
ding,
my
ding,
favorite
ding, ding,
wines.
ding, ding.
One of my favorite wines of all the world.
96 points.
Second growth Bordeaux. Yep.
Yeah. At $289.
I'd still spend it. I
Yeah.
love that wine.
That is a solid, solid, solid choice.
I think last year I had a 2001 and it was
Oh, okay.
just incredible.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these were actually, I don't know if I said the vintage, these were all 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually surprised that that the your date says drink from 2026. I would think that that one would have been a little bit longer, that you wanted to sleep
Right.
a bit.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I mean, that wine just gets better with age.
Yeah. But I am blown away by a 100-point wine for $99.
Yeah. No, that sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
I know. I'm gonna go and check out how to buy that. So
I mean, can never have enough Merlot, so maybe I can swing all three. Who knows?
well,
Like
that
after the
$34
game, maybe I
one.
could hook up with number two and then
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah. Um,
Find them
yeah.
outside the studio, in the alley.
Just hey baby.
Come on home.
I got a glass.
Show me your legs.
I have a glass just waiting to be
Right.
filled.
Gonna pop that cork, baby. Can't with you.
This is why we need to get together. I don't know if anybody else is being as entertained as we are, but
I mean,
we're
we're
entertaining ourselves.
hilarious.
All right. So we are going to move to the United States, and we're going
Okay.
to go to Washington.
Love Washington.
Okay.
Used to work up there.
Yes. Yes. All right. So, oh, see, I confused myself. In that first round of Bordeaux, I had the chateaus last, and now they went first. So I confused myself. Okay. Here we go. Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
Potential date number 1. The coffee, dark chocolate, cherry, and herb aromas bring appeal. Plump, rounded fruit and barrel flavors follow. Lightly grainy tannins provide support.
Sounds cheap. It reminds. Sorry, Saint Michelle, but it reminds me of a Saint Michelle wine. We'll move on.
They just sidebar. They just screwed half of Washington State, didn't they? Right?
Yeah. I don't
Like
think I'll ever
you
be.
just
I won't be applying there because I'm sure somebody's gonna say all the shit that I'm about. You know.
that's just bad business. And
It is.
you
It
know,
is. We're a small industry.
yeah. And
I mean, they're big and they can do it, but you
well,
shouldn't.
just because you can doesn't mean you
Doesn't
should.
mean you should. 100%.
I mean, to
It's like
pull all of
drinking
those
white. It's like drinking
contracts,
white Zinfandel.
yeah,
Just because you
right.
doesn't mean you
Just
should.
because it's there, you shouldn't. But just to pull all of those contracts and all of those
I know.
individual farmers that, it reminded me, really sarcastically, but reminded me of Christmas Vacation. I counted on that bonus. I bought a pool with that bonus, right?
Exactly.
And then they
Exactly.
all got the Fruit of the Month Club.
Actually, somebody needs to drag him out in his jammies and
Wrap them with a bow and
wrap him with a bow and bring him to talk.
right. That was just sad. So sad.
I agree.
Okay. Date option number 2.
Ooh, okay.
The aromas pop with notes of dark raspberry, chocolate, and cherry, showing a bright sense of varietal purity. Ripe, full-bodied, layered fruit flavors follow, with the acidity bringing a lot of freshness and exquisite balance. It lingers on the finish, delicious and fruit-filled with plenty of structure. It's hedonism at its best, a surefire crowd pleaser. Give a short decant if drinking in the near term.
That sounds incredible. I mean, it really sounds like the wine that I'm drinking now, if it was younger. Um, so yeah, that sounds really nice. Can you read like the middle part again?
Ripe, full-bodied, layered fruit flavors follow,
Mm-hmm.
with the acidity bringing a lot of freshness and exquisite balance.
Yeah,
Lingers on the finish.
sounds like it could age a bit. So that sounds
I have had this wine.
it sounds tempting. It's right now in first place. Go
All
ahead.
right. I have had that wine, just say.
Okay.
All right.
But you've had a lot of wine, so
Yeah, that doesn't narrow it down very
right, exactly.
much. It'd be more narrowed down if, well, I had that wine yesterday, along with the six other I know.
Right, exactly. Is that it? Can you give me a hint? Is it from Red Mountain? No.
I'm pretty confident you've had this wine.
Okay,
I think we've talked about this wine, just like you and me talking about wine.
got it.
Okay.
All right, number 3.
Number 3, generous aromas of plum, raspberry, mocha, spice, and flecks of herbs are followed by layered, outrageously delicious fruit flavors. There's plenty of mid-palate richness and depth, but also freshness. It hangs on for a long time on the finish. Give it time in the cellar to see it at its best. Drink after 2024.
Ooh,
That's really not that long in the cellar.
no,
Oh, well, never mind.
based on the
So
vintage.
these are older vintages. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that one sounded really good as well. One of the things I want to say is I hate when people use the word linger because to me, if you linger,
You're
like that's not a
stalking.
good.
You're
Yeah,
stalking.
it's not good. It's not good.
Remember our
I
conversation
know
before
I know
coming
what
on
they
air?
mean.
The stalking and lingering right behind me?
Exactly. Exactly. We don't like that. But I know what they were trying to say. So I'm going to go with number 2 as my date. If that didn't work out, I would do number 3. And I'm going to be sending one home in a brown paper bag.
All right. And I'm going to say, good choice. Sending number, and I don't know these people. I don't know them, so I shouldn't really talk that way. But so number 1, it did receive 90 points,
Okay. Cool.
$23.
I was going to say it's sub $25 wine in Washington received 90 points.
Right. It is from the Columbia Valley,
Uh-huh.
and it is Novelty Hill 2017 Merlot.
I actually don't know them.
I do not know them, so I will not speak badly about them.
No, I'm sure they're lovely people.
Yes. And you chose number 2 was what you chose, right?
Yeah.
So I think you chose wisely
Okay.
if you go QPR. Okay.
Got it.
So your alternative date, if number 2 does not work out,
Yes.
is Mark Ryan 2018 Little Sister Merlot, and that is from Red Mountain.
Yeah. Grapefruit. Red Mountain fruit. One of my favorite areas of Washington.
So can you tell me a little bit about Red Mountain? Because I did a class a long time ago, so I don't remember.
Yeah, so obviously it's Eastern. It's part of the greater like Yakima area,
Okay.
but it just produces stunning fruit. I don't know what it is. It's like Frechette Winery is there. Love them. Colsolari, which is the Antinori St. Michelle project, is there. And these are powerhouse wines that are still elegant and just built to age.
Okay. Do
I mean, they
you
maintain really nice acidity. So it's just east of Prosser, which doesn't tell you much, but it's like just east of like Benson City before the Tri-Cities.
Okay. Okay. Do you know, are they like, what's the soil? Is it like mineral
Ooh,
driven? Are the
I would have
wines
to look that
typically,
up. I'm blank on what their
yeah,
soil
but are the
profiles are there.
wines themselves mineral driven?
I would say so. I
Yeah.
would say that they have some of that.
Okay.
Um, I just think it. I like Horse Heaven Hills, um,
Oh, okay.
but Red Mountain I think just produces the most elegant fruit. I don't
Okay.
know why. It does.
So that wine would set you back for 94 points, would set you back $75.
Okay,
Okay.
fair.
Now, the wine you are taking home tonight
Okay,
is from Walook Slope,
the Walloop Slope. Yep.
$25,
Oh, God. Uh huh.
92 points.
The Desert Wind Winery.
No.
Okay.
But I know we've talked about this wine before. It's Luke, 2018 Merlot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
I have had that. It's
Yeah, I
good,
thought
good
so. I
stuff.
thought we've talked about it.
Yeah, the Wallet Slope is really nice place too. That's where the fruit came from that for the winery that I worked for, which was Desert Wind. So yeah, quality to price
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
I think you're two for two so far. You've got
I think
some,
so. I'm happy with my choices.
yeah. I think you are you're gonna have a hell of a week with dates.
At least on a podcast.
Yeah. Okay. We are now going to your neck of the woods.
Napa Sonoma.
Napa Sonoma. All
Right?
right.
So it could be either side of the mountains.
Yes.
Okay.
Um, well, yeah. See, this is so
Yeah.
bad because I get confused with where that Sonoma line is. But I think actually all three of these are actually Napa.
One of them
How,
Pride
because
because that would be right on the border. But
what?
I said is one of them Pride because
No,
number one,
no.
I absolutely love their Merlot, but it sits right on the border of Sonoma and Napa.
Napa. Okay. All right. Okay. So here we go. This is a deliciously memorable Merlot, youthful
Okay.
in tannin and oak, with an herbal, earthy elegance that remains lengthy on the palate, dark chocolate, crushed rock, and beautiful black fruit balance against each other and provide substance and great style.
Okay, so the only thing that I don't like about that description is that you don't put the fruit first. I mean, you're putting all these kind of secondary, and other notes ahead of what where the fruit is. Um,
I
is
agree.
there age on is there age on this Merlot?
This is an 18.
So no, it's a baby still. Okay, go ahead. Let me think on that one.
Okay. Um, this one is a 17.
Okay,
Robust in chalky tannin and a broad swath of red currant, plum, and cherry. This wine is powerfully structured and ripe with fistfuls of clove, mocha, and black pepper. From a warm vintage and a mountain appellation, it will do well in the cellar.
I was gonna say it sounds like Rocky, and I like the fact that it has that you said that the minerality, the tannin,
Right?
that chalky tannin.
Chalky tannin.
Yep.
See,
Okay.
so my brain and I, I do not claim to be Napa um know-how. Uh um but I think that chalky tannin is kind of this region. I think that's what the AVA,
Is it Atlas?
no, it's Howell,
Owl.
right?
Yeah,
Aren't don't they have chalky, right?
they do. Okay. I like high mountain fruit.
Okay. Well, to be fair, so option number one was Napa Valley.
Napa Valley. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Option two, Howell Mountain. And then the date option number three is Russian River.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So this actually is blended with 16% Malbec.
Okay.
This red, really? It's red?
Yeah, I'm so intrigued.
This red is hearty and high toned, expressing tense, focused layers of red currant, cranberry, and plum. It maintains an energy across the palate, finishing in a hit, not a hint, a hit of dark chocolate.
Mm. So I like the fruit note on that more than I like number one. One sounds fine. Um, can you read one more time? Just I want
Number
to
one.
see whether it's going to be second or third place.
Okay. This is a deliciously memorable Merlot, youthful in tannin and oak, with an herbal, earthy elegance that remains lengthy on the palate. Dark chocolate, crushed rock, and beautiful black fruit balance
Yeah.
against each other and
Okay.
provide substance and great style.
Okay. I wish there was still more fruit on that, but I'm going to go 2, 1, 3.
Okay. So yeah, I noticed that too. Like there's all of these secondary or tertiary characteristics
Right.
and dark fruit.
And dark fruit. I was
Right.
like, oh, okay. But it still sounded kind of intriguing to me. So
Right.
I'm going to put it as second.
Okay. So you said which was
2,
two? Okay. So three is
1,
your
and then 3.
okay. So three is going home the loser
I want to
um,
say loser.
of your dating nights.
Sure. I mean, they still got to meet me. Everybody's a winner.
Everybody's a winner when you meet Nick. You are.
Exactly.
So number three received 90 points,
Okay.
$36. As I said, it's from the Russian River,
Okay.
and it is Longboard 2017 Decine Vineyard Merlot. No
I
clue.
actually don't know it.
Yeah, I do not know that at all. All right. And then one, right? Two
Yeah,
is your date,
1.
right? Two is your date.
Yeah, who's my date?
Okay. Um, I don't know if you chose wisely.
Okay, fair.
So, your runner-up is from Napa Valley,
Okay.
$75
Okay.
for 95 points.
Nice.
Arietta 2018 Hudson Vineyards Merlot.
Nice.
Are you familiar with them?
I am. Yeah. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Is this
So I don't feel like the description was, yeah.
was apropos?
Yeah, could have been better.
Okay. It was, I agree. It's a weird description because it's all about the minerality, the secondary, the tertiary.
Which I love, but I just wanted to know what primary notes, especially being a 2018, that I was bringing to the table.
Right. It's almost like a wine that has already passed its prime, is how they're
Yeah.
describing it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the winner of a night out with Nick,
Yeah.
$90,
Okay.
92 points,
Burgess.
Beringer,
Oh,
2017 Bancroft Ranch Merlot
I'll take it.
in Howell Mountain.
I'll take it.
Is that where Beringer is, or is that just where the fruit came from?
That's where the fruit came from.
Okay, because aren't they in Glen Ellen or something, right?
Behringer?
Yeah, where's Behringer?
Behringer's in St. Helena.
Oh, okay. Okay. What am I thinking of?
Beautiful property.
Are they the ones that do the eco tours?
If they do, I've never been on one.
Okay.
Actually, I really like a lot of their more reserve wines that
Okay.
the DTC obviously they don't do really the Main Street. That's a whole different side, and that's that white Zinfandel that my mother loves.
We're going to go on. We're not going to discuss that.
No, we are
But
not. So I'm happy with my choice.
okay, good. Good, good, good. I just little more money, little less points, but
Not everything
it's
is
a
about points.
absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, it is when you're in my job, but you know,
Well, yes, points, medals,
right?
things like
They,
that.
they matter.
Well, I wonder if we could do it that way too. That might be that
Yeah,
might
like
be
a
a
San
fun
Francisco
dating game.
Chronicle.
Use the San Francisco Chronicle and go through different categories, and
It'd be fun.
you have to pick. I'll do a double gold, a gold, a silver,
Gold
and
and
a
a
bronze.
bronze.
And yeah. Oh, that'll be the next round of the wine dating game.
Perfect.
With a twist.
Boom, boom.
Okay. Into from your neck of the woods to my neck of the woods. So we are
Ooh,
going to the
Paso
Central
Robles.
Coast. Well, not specifically Paso Robles, just the whole kind of Central Coast.
Oh, Central Coast. Okay.
Okay. So, number one, black cherry and light clove aromas meet with a delicately layered wood spice array on the nose of this bottling, which is immediately appealing and accessible. There's a tightness to the tannins on the palate, and yet it remains a generous wine, offering bright red fruits, sandalwood, and spiced toast amidst fresh and fun acidity.
I don't know. It just seems to me like they use Dave or oak chips, but I could be
Ooh,
completely wrong. So
I can see
I'm
why you
keeping
say that, though. I can see from that description
like
why you're saying that. Yeah.
I'm sure I'm wrong, but that's just kind of what it came off to me as. So we'll move on to number two, and I'll just keep my options open.
Okay. Date option number two, intense aromas of baked black cherry, red berries, star anise, and mace are deliciously fruit forward on the nose of this bottling. The wine lands with a ripe quality on the palate, offering that rich and dark cherry and mulberry character, but also presenting white pepper and minty tarragon.
Okay. Can we just go to number three? It just doesn't sound appealing. First, it sounds like it's too like it almost sounds flabby, like 'cause with all like the baked and yada yada yada, like baked fruit.
Right.
Nobody wants baked fruit, unless it's in a pie. Um, yeah, it just no, I just doesn't sound appealing to me.
What's mace?
Mace, it's what you spray on a date rapist.
No, yeah, that's what I thought.
So,
I thought I
like
was
pepper
wrong
spray, like
because it's pepper spray. So pepper,
I mean, how do they spell it?
MACE.
Yeah, that's mace.
That's what that did you see my face when I was reading? I'm
I'm
like,
sorry, but who the f is this person that
well,
knows what mace tastes like? Obviously, a date rapist, probably.
oh,
Um,
well, I really like this. He's a really good guy.
oh,
The
then I retract my statement. I am not. Don't sue me for yeah for
um
defamation.
yeah, so uh, he's really he does all of the reviews for the Central
Or
Coast,
yeah,
and he's actually a really good guy, and but I don't get the mace thing. So I thought I was wrong at thinking what mace was.
Maybe it's a misspell.
Maze?
Mice?
Like, let's see. Let's see. What is mace? Because this makes for good podcasting. Yeah. Okay. Mace is a delicate, aromatic, and versatile spice that grows with tropical nutmeg. So it's kind of
I
in the
think
nutmeg
somebody
family.
he was reaching for that.
All right, nutmeg. All right, that makes sense.
So baking spice. Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's the
all he
level
could
of
have said,
that's the
because
level of
I
my
don't think
tasting notes.
I'm just like again, you're really reaching with mace.
That the people who say a very oh, I get this apple or that, I'm like, it's apple, it's green apple, it's red apple. I can't tell you it's the indigenous
Honeycrisp
apple.
apple,
Right.
Fuji apple, but Fuji apples taste very different. Crab apples are very different.
Right. I don't know. It's green apple or red apple to me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair.
Or bruised.
Yeah, or freshly cut apple in grandma's kitchen.
Oh, I like that. I like that one. Okay. Option number 3.
Yeah.
Dark strawberry and toasted wood aromas make for a familiar down the middle expression on the nose of this bottling. There's a touch of tannic tension on the palate where leather, wood, and dark fruit flavors combine.
God, why do you guys make such terrible wine in the Central Coast? God, I'm gonna be blackballed from our industry.
He's never allowed in the Central Coast ever again.
No, I know. Can you read number one more time? I was keeping my mind and options open. Yeah.
Black cherry and light clove aromas meet with a delicately layered wood spice array on the nose of this bottling, which is immediately appealing and accessible. There's a tightness to the tannins on the palate, and yet it remains a generous wine, offering bright red fruits, sandalwood, and spiced toast amidst fresh and fun acidity.
Yes. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna choose number 2. I'm gonna do the Mace wine as my date.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose 3 as my runner up and 1 as my least.
Okay. So your
But I also
least
don't like middle of the road, because number 3, you said it's like middle of the road or straight,
down the middle expression.
down the middle. It just sounds like boring. Like there's nothing. It's just down the middle.
It's just there. Right. Right.
Just there.
So I'm gonna say you chose middle of the road. So your least favorite had 95 points,
Wow.
but it's $80.
Okay.
Grassini Family Vineyards 2018 Merlot from Happy Canyon, Santa Barbara.
Huh.
Okay.
I don't like all the woody notes that he put down, because again, it sounded like wood chip or stave, and I'm sure that that's not what they're using.
I'm sure it's not, but I get why you're saying that. Yeah. Okay. Your runner up, you chose wisely. 88 points.
Okay.
$13. So, that's
For a $13 wine,
it's
88 points is a solid number.
Yeah, right. That's a solid midweek.
It's an everyday drinking wine.
Yep. I need a bottle of wine. And at $13, you buy a few bottles of it. So maybe it's your house Merlot. I don't know,
Exactly.
Estancia.
Oh, okay.
2018. Typical shopping.
Down yeah.
Exactly, right? You're gonna get what you're gonna get every vintage, right?
Exactly.
Right. And your date from Paso Robles, California,
Ooh.
coming in at 93 points for a mere $18.
Oh,
Broadside 2018 Margarita Vineyard Merlot.
single vineyard Merlot for $18. That's 93 points. I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah, yeah. And Broadside's decent. You're, large array of wines. Second label, good, solid wine.
Okay,
Okay.
so down the middle.
Yep. All right. We have
Do
two
they have a
rounds left.
tasting room?
I don't think under that label, and I don't
But
want to
under
say
their
what the other label is because I'm not
okay,
100% sure
okay,
I'm right that person is this label, but I'm off camera.
off.
I'll yeah. I don't
We'll
want to
take it
say that.
offline.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want to say who I think it's the second label, but I'm kind of sure
Sure,
that's who it is. Um,
got it.
but solid wine, you see it in a lot of places. It's, he's got he's got his wine, and then this is his distribution wine.
Oh, yeah. I
Yep.
mean, again, Chateau Le Breton is second growth, so
Right.
I'm just gonna go off that.
Yeah. So second growth for $289. I still think it's a deal.
Yeah.
All right, we are moving out of the country again, and we are
I'm gonna grab
going
my passport.
to Chile.
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Up.
Chile.
Oh, Chile.
Have you ever been?
No.
Santiago is really fun. It's like they call it the United States of South America
Oh,
because
really?
it really is.
No.
They have subways and it's very just modern. Very fun though. I like
Well,
Chile.
I think you should take me there because you know where you're going.
Yeah, will you come with me to Argentina too?
Are you going to Argentina?
No, I want to, but
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I need to go see all my boyfriends. I have like three of them there.
I am with you. You tell me when I'm
See,
there.
now I can't post this because then they'll see it on my Instagram and
Great.
know that
There's three of them.
three of them. Two in Mendoza, one in Buenos Aires.
Do you want me to do the beep at that point?
Right, exactly.
All right, so here we go. Chile. I'm sorry. I already know what it says, so I'm sorry. Not a good start. Rubbery aromas of latex blend with generic plum and herbal berry notes. This mass market Merlot is solid in feel, but highly herbal tasting, bordering on weedy. Spicy berry and green herb flavors control the finish.
Wow, I
Wow,
definitely
you
want
think he
to.
likes that
I
one?
definitely want to take that one on a date. I mean, that's the kind of bottle that will do all the things that the other bottles
That
won't.
yes.
If you know what I mean. Um, I'm gonna keep my options open and go with number two.
All right. Number two, this hefty Merlot smells of iodine and berry fruits. While the palate is blacky and tannic in feel, that's an appropriate canvas for oaky, spicy, herbal, black fruit flavors. On the finish, overt oak and char confirm that this is a dark and burly as a whole. That sounds like a
Chile,
Halloween
come
wine.
on, Chile. They make some good wines there, but apparently you didn't choose them.
Not
Go
in
ahead.
Merlot. Not in
Not in
Merlot.
Merlot.
Okay. Option number three. Dark in color and jammy on the nose. This seemingly ripe Merlot smells of plum, blackberry, and raisin. In the mouth, it's blocky and tannic with non-integrated high acidity. Salty, briny, blackberry flavors finish peppery and with drying hard tannins.
I have to choose one of those?
You have to choose one of them.
Jesus. Okay, so do I want flabby with disjointed acidity? Do I want rubber or do I want char?
Overt oak and char.
And like an overly oaked wine.
A
Oh,
briny, which by the way, salty does mean briny. It's the same
yeah.
thing. But this is salty briny.
It says salty briny?
Salty, briny, blackberry flavors.
I love pickled blackberries. Okay.
So yes, you get rubbery. You get to choose between rubbery aromas
Yep.
and green herb flavors.
Yep.
You get to choose or oaky, spicy herbal with overt oak.
Okay, it's gonna go through. I'm gonna have to choose. Put the lipstick on this pig and go with number 3, and then 2,
briny?
and then 1. The one that's blocky in the mouth.
Yes.
Number
so
3. Yeah.
Blocky in the mouth is also salty and briny.
Okay, it at least had some fruit there. So give me the pickled fruit. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So not going home and a brown bag over the face for $5. You could have taken home an 83-point San Pedro 2020 Gato Negro Merlot.
Ooh, the black cat.
Wow. $5. I don't even know how you do $5.
I mean,
and get it.
Yeah,
home.
no, it's rough. That's rough.
Yeah. 83 points. Number 2. Highest points of the date.
Oh, shit.
87.
Ooh, real.
$14. La Postel 2014 Casa Grande Selection Merlot from the Rappel Valley.
Got it.
And your date. $17. You chose the most expensive one.
Is it like Concha y Toro?
It is not.
Oh.
85 points.
Solid showing.
Rios de Chile. Get this. It is a Reserva. 2015 Merlot. From, and I'll say it wrong, the Chachapal, how do you say it?
Yeah, I know.
Chachapal Valley, right?
Yeah.
Am I close?
Yep, you are. It's not as easy as just seeing like Bio or Casablanca, but I mean, whatever.
Yes. So salty, briny, blackberry flavors give you 85 points. $17.
$17 for salty fruit and disjointed acidity?
I'm thinking there's better options for $17.
There's for sure better options.
Yes.
There's for sure better options. Wow. Wow.
I really wanted you to pick the $5 one.
There's no way I was choosing rubber and latex and
generic
or whatever. Like
I like the generic plum. Just it's crap plum.
It's just kind of there.
Yeah. I gotta pick a fruit. So I'm gonna just pick plum.
Plum. Sounds about right.
All right.
Oh.
Are you ready for the last round?
Yes, ma'am, bring it.
Okay. I went with Mixed International.
Ooh, a
Okay.
grab bag of sorts.
A grab bag. We have from Garda, Western Cape, and Toscana. Those
Okay.
are okay. All right, here we go. Date option number 1, polished and classy. This well-made Merlot opens with classic aromas of plum, cassis, baking spices, insert mace, tobacco, and purple flowers. Silky in texture and generous in fruit on the palate. The wine finished with well-integrated oak spices, mixed red and purple fruits, and supple tannins. Okay,
That sounds lovely.
it sounds beautiful, but his grammar is really incorrect. Sorry, Jeff. Okay. Date number 2. The nose has subtle aromas of red fruit. Low acid and drying tannins support ripe raspberry and blackberry. It's lean, finishes with light notes of fruit. Wow. There's a resounding,
Mmm.
makes you just mouth water. Ah.
Yeah, no. That sounds like the Cape. It sounds like South Africa.
You're right. And option number 3, aromas of iris, raspberry, camphor, and Mediterranean scrub mingle with oak-driven spice on this 100% Merlot. Enveloping and concentrated, it also possesses remarkable, almost weightless finesse, delivering blackcurrant, morello cherry, fruitcake, and star anise, alongside smooth, velvety tannins. Fresh acidity lifts the finish.
Is that the one from Garda?
No,
No.
it's Ghana.
Then I'm gonna choose Garda as my number 1. Toscana is my number 2. And South Africa is my number 3.
All right. So Western Cape, 87 points, $12. Indaba 2022 Merlot.
2022?
Merlot. 2022.
When did that go involved? Well, actually, technically, they would be south of, so they would have picked in February or March of 2022.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
So
it's our 2021. It's our 2021.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I had to think about that geography.
Yeah. And then Toscana was number 2?
Yes.
Or Toscana's your date?
No, Garda is my date.
Okay. Toscana, I would like this wine. 96 points.
Okay.
$800.
Again, if I got paid more for this damn podcast, I couldn't buy it.
Massetto 2019 Merlot. No. Do you know that?
Sounded good. It just, yeah, nice.
Yeah, they had me on everything other than the fruitcake.
Yeah.
But Morello cherry,
I mean,
star
don't you guys
anise.
eat that like from like Jersey? Don't you people eat like fruitcake?
Don't you people?
Jerseyite or whatever here.
I do not eat fruitcake. I do not eat fruitcake. I
And
actually do not
like
know.
panettone and stuff like that. Panettone.
What the hell is that?
It's like that panettone. It's like
panettone.
the little.
Yeah. That's the Italian thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I just figured y'all eat fruitcake and panettone.
No. I do know panettone. I don't know if I've ever actually had it, but I have seen it at family gatherings when I was younger.
They are good. Like the chocolate chip one is really good.
Yeah. On mom's side, we had that. Not on the Irish German side. We don't do that shit.
No.
And no, I've never had a piece of fruitcake that looking at it just makes me nauseous. No, no.
I believe it's nauseated,
I think it's,
not nauseous.
is it really?
Hmm.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
something
when do you use nauseous?
something nauseous makes you nauseated.
So I'm nauseated.
Hmm. It's one of my things that I always pick on people about
Okay.
for no reason because nobody else knows the difference in the world. Only I do, apparently. But yeah,
So it makes me nauseated.
mhm.
Okay.
It's nauseous. Fruitcake is nauseous.
So fruitcake is nauseous, so it makes me nauseated.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm thinking of Animal House when they're in the supermarket and he says something to Mrs. Werner and she corrects him with the
Have you ever seen Never Been Kissed?
yes.
She mentions it that
Oh,
she said nauseated. Yeah, so she corrects somebody when they said nauseous, and she goes nauseated. So yeah,
oh, okay.
I'm
All
Josie
good.
Grossi.
Okay.
You can cut that out of the podcast,
No,
so
that's okay.
people don't know
It's
that
pretty
I'm
funny. Everybody's got to learn something. It's not all about
right.
wine in the world. We need to be grammatically correct also. All right.
Your people are gonna hate me.
No, they're not. All right. And your final date of the evening
Dun, dun, dun.
from Garda, 88 points, $35. Sansonina 2019 Merlot.
Read the description again. I think people are going to disagree with this 88 points.
Polished and classy. I
Probably so
agree.
classy.
88
Well, why
kind
do
of
you take
sounds rough.
home to mom?
Yeah. Polished and classy. This well-made Merlot opens with classic aromas of plum, cassis, baking spices, tobacco, and purple flowers. Sounds lovely.
Sounds incredible.
Silky in texture, what you want from a
Love
Merlot,
silky.
right? And generous in fruit on the palate. The wine finishes with well integrated oak spices, mixed red and purple fruits, and supple tannins. It sounds like a perfectly
It
delicious wine.
that sounded like at least a 92 to 94 point wine.
I agree. I don't know why it got 88 points. I
Huh.
don't know.
I'm gonna write a strongly
Yeah.
worded email to that reviewer.
So that is Jeff Porter. I don't know who Jeff
Listen up,
Porter is.
Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, I think you know, made a wrong number there because your
Right,
review
exactly.
makes it
I think you
sound
meant
wonderful.
99, not or 98, not 88.
So we are, well, I am going to go look up that 100 point wine for $99, which is
Oh, for sure.
Chateau,
Can you
Chat,
email me the name
yes,
or
Chateau
text it to me?
Traplong Mondot. Mondo, probably. Mondot. Mondo.
Mondo.
Yes. Mondo. From Saint Emilion. Yeah, we'll be looking up that one.
Yeah, that's one that you want in your cellar.
Yeah. Just because you can. Or I
Because
don't
you
know.
can.
We see if I can. I don't know.
You just need to sell a couple more bottles of wine and then you can
Just a
buy
few.
it.
Just a few. Anyway, well, thank you, Nick, for making your rounds on the dating game. I
Thank you
think
for
you
having
actually
me.
chose wisely today.
I think so. I'm not unhappy with any of my choices.
Yeah, I think you made some solid choices today.
I appreciate that vote of confidence.
And as I said, we will do the next round medal contention
Love
because
it.
I think that would be fun. My question is though, I don't know if I can like these we read descriptors. If we do
Right.
medals, it's not really
We'll have to find
descriptors.
a way.
Yeah, they're like I
Maybe
what am I
you'll
just
be forced to buy all of the bottles and
and we just
then
drink them?
and do your own notes for me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Apparently, it's just going to say apple, everybody. Might say bruised. And I doubt there will be mace in any of those
There
wines.
will not be mace in any of those. No, no. We will just stick to baking spice.
Perfect.
So, no. But I do clove. I can tell
Well,
clove.
yeah. I mean, you can get nutmeg. You can just get cinnamon. You can just get clove. I mean, or you can get like an array.
Yes.
But I've never heard of mace.
No. But we learned something.
I know, and the that's the point of these podcasts.
And
I
so I
mean,
wonder, but spray mace isn't made from a nutmeg thing. That's like a pepper. Isn't that like,
yeah, it's like a burn you kind of
yeah,
spray.
yeah.
But I mean, like people will learn something from this podcast. They can learn it by following your Instagram. They can listen to Winefabet Street. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, there are opportunities to learn
So
about the
many
world of
avenues.
wine by, and you know what? Explore the wine glass with Lori.
There you go. Right. And although we may have made fun of some wines today, we never make fun of people drinking the wine. Drink
Never.
what you like.
Drink what you love.
Yep.
Drink what you love.
If you
Life's
love
too
that
short to
five
drink bad
dollar,
wine.
yes. If you love that $5 bottle of wine, more power to you. Because as Nick
Absolutely.
said, it's going to do exactly the same thing that $100 bottle of wine is going to do. And if you enjoy it, you enjoy it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Drink what you love.
Yes. So I did save a little itty bitty left so I can raise my glass to you. And I will say
Oh,
slancha, and I miss
Solange.
you.
Jively. Cheers. I miss you to
And
the moon and back.
yes, and happy wine dating.
Happy wine dating to all of you lovely people.
Bye.
Bye.